Hi, my name is Nurul Nadhirah Hishamuddin, and in this video, I want to present my individual assignment for the domestic issue in finance. So, the title that an issue that I want on is Tech Could Save Malaysia from the Black Hole. This is the main issue for my article and another 3 article for the supportive article. Term of tax is a financial obligation made by the government in order to generate revenue for the country through a tax collection. The good and service, which is GST, is a tax on the good and service sold domestically for the consumption. On the 1 April 2015, our Prime Minister, which is Najib Razak, was introduced the GST at 6% to replace the tax rail and service tax, which is SST 6 and 10%. So under the Good and Service Tax, which is Act 2014, Act 762, a rule has been made to make easy to collect the good and service tax. Since the existing of the GST, Malaysia was able to collect tax income to help the government pay down its national debt rather than sinking into the debt financial hole. So, looking to the graph, we can see that the Malaysian revenue from the tax will cover the Malaysian debt on the 2016 and 2017. But the latest news from the MSTA was revealed on the January 17 that Malaysia was national debt include the liability has reached 1.5 trillion. So the amount was more than 80% of the country gross domestic product, which is GDP. So the issue that I was found from the article is, firstly, the Prime Minister, which is Anwar Ibrahim, was promised to abolish the GST tax and reinstate with the SST. So at the first, this announcement will be the good because we no need to pay the 6% GST, but after a few years, it caused a discussion in a Malaysian since GST is potential beneficial fiscal instrument. Second, the typical GST rate, which is 6%, and SST is a sale and tax service that imposed at 6 and 10% is more cost was SST is less transparent with a GST, and this is an inappropriate action because there will be many problems and issues that arise, such as the national debt and tax revenue will be decreased. Nevertheless, GST cannot be abolished because the tax rate is strategy for the achieving the fiscal stability in order to lessen income disparity, promoting growth and ensure the country's momentum is strong and sustainable. Next, for the recommendation and solution that I was found for that issue is, firstly, reintroduce the GST in Malaysia, but immediate action is required to cut back on the government expenditure, relieve the load on the public service, and also close leakage in the government contract. Country's economy will be on the solid footing for the capital and the people economy. Second, the implementation of a capital gain tax, which is CGT. This tax is established intended to be used by the corporate to sell its unlisted shares, and the people are not burdened by this tax priority. Last but not least, the government must also reorganize its fuel, diesel, and electricity subsidies. On the top of that, the large funds are now seen as unsustainable and have a potential to undermine the government fiscal position because they are used for the full subsidies. The diagrams show that the fiscal expectation for the next few years in Malaysia is responsible for the maintaining and keeping up the fiscal consolidation paths. In the conclusion, it is evident that GST is more effective and equitable tax system for the government as opposed to SST. Many advantages, including reduce the redundancy, increasing national income, stability price, preventing Malaysia from the falling into the national debt hole. The road to fiscal sustainability is the reintroduction of the GST tax. The government must take this action to close the economic gap, promote the investing, and guarantee a fair and equitable tax system. That's all from me. Thank you.